You were too hung up on blaming your mom for how she treated you when you were younger. You were too hung up on blaming your teachers for how they spoke to you. You're too hung up on anything that happened to you years ago. I'm not trying to discredit your pain, but you gotta let that go. And because of that, you aren't able to appreciate the strength and power you have today. You aren't able to step into that power because you are choosing to justify excuses every single time you open your fucking eyes. It's time to take responsibility. Understand that you are in control of how you feel every day. What you do every day. How you act every day. So don't get it twisted. The excuse that these outside sources control how you feel, what you do, and how you act is just a justification that has been drilled into your head since you were younger. Break out of it. Understand that we have the power to change our lives. Stop putting the power in other people's hands by blaming them for your current situation. Take that shit back. Choose to shift the trajectory of your life so you can live up to your true potential.
That feeling where every fiber of your being wants to give up is the test. The test to see if you actually want this shit. The test to see if you got what it takes to make the dream a reality. The test that so many others have failed. You owe it to you to keep pushing. Get out of your fucking head and into your shoes. Get out of your head and take action. Scream, affirm who you are. I am unwavering. I am relentless. I am obsessed, and I will never quit until I make that thing my fucking reality. Nothing will stand in my way, and I don't care if the weight of all worlds is on my back. I will never kneel. Not everybody's meant to win. Not everybody's meant to be great. But I think you are. I get it. I understand what you're going through. I understand what you're feeling. Day after day, week after week, month after month, it just feels like that weight on your shoulders, on your back, is just getting heavier and heavier and heavier. You feel like you should be further along because you have been pushing and pushing and pushing without anything happening. You feel like you should already be there. You feel like you should have already succeeded in your venture. So it's super frustrating when you look up and you realize you've barely moved forward. Some might tell you that quitting isn't that bad, and that you need to learn when to quit. In order to achieve the goal, the dream life, that next step, it's gonna take time. And when I say time, I don't mean a couple months. And I don't mean a couple days. When I'm talking about time, it might take decades for you to get to where you want to be. How badly do you want it? Are you in for this shit? Or are you just another person who likes to talk? But that's the reality of the life we live in. That's how this shit works. Achieving anything is going to take time. It's harder than it looks when you start. It takes longer than you think it's going to. Just pivot the focus. Turn your eyes to something else. Distract your mind. Stop focusing on the pain and focus on other things. I don't care what the situation is, and I don't care how long you've been grinding. There is always a positive turn. There is always a different perspective that you can lean into that will distract you from that loud ass voice telling you to quit. In order to become a diamond, not only do you got to deal with immense pressure, you got to deal with immense heat, and you got to get cut. You don't just wake up and decide to be a diamond. It's not like you just pull that rock out the fucking ground and it looks like the thing everybody wants. What you focus on will become your reality.
So whatever you want to achieve in life, maybe it's losing a certain amount of weight to become the best version of yourself. Maybe it's building a business to provide financial freedom for your family and to travel the world. Or maybe it's just being a better father, mother, or partner for your spouse. Whatever it is, it's all on you.
Enough is enough. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to be the fucking best at everything I did. I want to be remembered forever. And in order for that to happen, I realized I needed to act like it. Because being an average human being, being a sheep like the rest, isn't going to get me there. This is something you all need to understand. If you want to be the best in whatever you do, you got to start acting different than everybody else. If you want the nicest car, if you want to live in the nicest neighborhood, if you want the nicest clothes, the nicest jewelry, the nicest partner, the best of everything comes with a price. It comes from grinding through those late nights. It comes from grinding through those early mornings. It comes from those exhausting days where every fiber of your body is telling you to give up. If you want to separate yourself from other people in the world, you got to start acting differently. And it starts with taking responsibility for your life. You see, every day you are presented with two paths. One path leads to your true potential. It leads to that first class ticket. It leads to that fancy car. It leads to that fancy house. It leads to those dreams you have every single night when you close your eyes.
Today, we stand the fuck up and we choose to become who we want to be in this world. To choose to achieve everything. To choose to chase our fucking goals and our dreams and our aspirations, regardless of what's going on. You gotta become relentless.